Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. We are going to do the next video of this magazine display cabinet. What we are going to do, this is the final product. What we are going to do today, the last one was about creating the case. What we are going to do now is to create the shelves on the inside, and maybe we could create the front, the, dis the display boards that you see on the outside of this finished product. So let's go ahead. Before we start, I would like to make a note on this parameter that we are going to use. This is called distance between shelves, and I want to make a note on this parameter because we are going to be use this one. Uh, how do I get to the value of this parameter? As you can see over here, it is vertical opening. Vertical opening, let's go and find this one. As you can see on the upper, vertical opening over here is the height minus the cabinet material thickness for 2. So let me close this. The vertical opening is the height of the cabinet from here to here minus these two parts, the bottom and the top. So the vertical opening is from here, from this face over here to this face. That's the vertical opening. Let me close this. Let's go back to the table of parameters. So we have that parameter, which is a vertical opening, and we are going to use that one to get to the value of distance between shelves. So to get to that value, I mean that's the space, the empty space between shelves. So how do I get to that? I open a parenthesis over here, and I put the vertical opening parameter plus cabinet material thickness. I get that together, and I divide that by the shelves quantity. So how many shelves I wanted to have on this particular cabinet plus 1. So let's explain that to you now. If I go to the other one, to the one that is already finished, if you count the shelves, I have one over here, that's 2, 3, and 4. But we have 5 spaces. So you always have one more space than the shelves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces, because you have 4 shelves. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's why I said over here that it needs to divide the vertical opening plus the cabinet material thickness divided by shelves quantity plus 1. Shelves quantity, it is another parameter that we have over here. As you can see, this one needs to be created. When you create that parameter, you have to put unitless, so you don't have that unit set over here. It has to be empty. It couldn't be any other value when you are doing this. So it sets to 4 now. Why I add, let's go back to the distance between shelves. Why I add this vertical opening plus cabinet material thickness? Well, I will say that that's the way that Fusion 360 rectangular pattern work, with an option that they have that is called space between some. So let me explain this a little bit better. I'm going to edit the sketch, and we have a vertical pattern over here. This one, this is for the pinholes of this adjustable shelf that we have over here. So let me click over here, double click, And as you can see over here, the distribution is called spacing. If you close over here, you see that the spacing includes one material to calculate the spacing. You see the spacing over here? They have a little distance that has one colored part and another one not. Let me hit over here cancel, and this is why I put, this is the first shelf that I have over here, this one, this profile over here. And as you can see, I have the distance from here, from the bottom to the top part of this shelf. I don't have that distance set to the bottom. That might get confused, but when you do it like that, if you check this value, this one is the distance between shelves. If you keep doing using this one, you will have the same distance all over your cabinet. Whatever quantity you set, you will just have the same distance between them all the way to the one on the top, and that's what you want to. So let me go back, let me finish this, and let's start working with this. You'll see why I'm talking about this. So for now, we are doing a new component. Let me make a new component. That's gonna be the shelves. I'm gonna put over here shelves. I'm gonna hit OK, and that one became activated over here. So we are working with this component right now. So what I'm going to do is to create the shelves. I need to create more parts, but let's start with the shelves. I'm going to show the left panel sketch. Let me hide the case. Okay, let me select all the profile that I need to. I need to click on this extrude tool, extrude. Now I will select all the profiles that I need for this shelf. I have 3 selected over here, those 3. I'm going to start with an offset, which is going to be the thickness of the outside panel. So I'm going to put over here cabinet material thickness. And the distance of this extrude is going to be the horizontal. I'm going to open a parenthesis. Horizontal opening plus cabinet material thickness. I'm going to close the parenthesis and divide this by 2. And this is going to be a new component. So I'm going to select over here new component, and I'm going to hit OK. So let's see if that is working good. I have this one over here. I could see that we are making a mistake with the distance of this shelf, this middle shelf. So as you can see, we need to subtract the thickness of this vertical partition that we have over here. So let's go back, because we have this assembly component selected or active. We only have this feature that we just created over here on the bottom on the timeline. So let me click over here, right click, and click edit feature. So let me go back to the distance. I have horizontal opening plus cabinet material thickness divided by 2. Let me make a subtract over here. So I put horizontal opening minus cabinet material thickness, and it's the same, close the parentheses, divided by 2. and I'm going to hit OK. If you check, now we have everything correct. You could see that we have from this left side panel to the vertical partition, we have our shelf. So this is our first shelf, and that's good. Let us work with that one. Let me show you this. As you can see, we are expecting to have an inset on this shelf into the outside panel, and also we would like to have an inset on this vertical partition. So let's go ahead and work with that before we make the rectangular pattern to get the other ones that we need. So we need to create an inset on this shelf. So what we are going to do is to make a sketch over here. Let me activate this assembly component. It's activated. Now I'm going to hit the create sketch, and I'm going to select this edge. That's going to be the sketch plane. So I'm going to now select over here rectangle, 2-point rectangle, and make sure you constrain to the upper part of the shelf, and the other point constrain it to the bottom part of the shelf. Now we have a rectangle. Let's click over here on distance, and we are going to select this point and this one. We are going to use the parameters data distance from edge, which is the same one that we used when we did the data on the left side panel, plus the cutter radius, because we don't want the corners of this inset to hit the data. So we will add over here the cutter radius that we are using to cut this on the CNC. Hit enter, and repeat the distance over here from here to here. Data distance from edges plus cutter radius. Finish sketch. Okay, so you could see better. We are going to select extrude over here, the profile plane that we just did, the sketch that we just did. Click over here. For the distance, we are setting the parameter over here inside, and this is going to be a join. We click OK, and that's it. I don't know why I'm having this as a separate body, but that's not a big problem. In the last, maybe it was because of the update that we had today with Fusion 360. I don't know what's going on. So anyway, I'm just going to move this body from here to the shelf component. Now I have these two bodies, as you can see on the left over here. So let's use this combine tool over here on the toolbar, and select the target body. It's going to be the shelf, and the tool body is going to be the inset that we created. Let's hit OK. Okay, now we have our shelf with one inset on this left side. Let's do the same one on the right side. Sketch. We are clicking over here on this edge. That's going to be the sketch plane, and we are repeating the 2-point rectangle. Constrain on the upper side and constrain on the bottom side of the shelf. Distance from here to here. Data distance from edges plus quarter radio. As I explained it before, the list of parameters you could download with the link that is on the description of this file, and most of them they have an explanation or a comment on those parameters. Okay, let's finish the sketch and let's do the same. It's going to be an extrude from here. It's going to be a join and insert. We are having the same issue. We are going to move this body from here to the shelf. Okay, now we have these two bodies. We are going to use the combine tool again. Target body is going to be the shelf, and the tool body is going to be the insert. We'll hit OK, and that's it. So now we have our shelf with the insets. So now we could, let me show all the other parts. Now we have the case. Now we could do we could use the rectangular pattern. So we click on rectangular pattern. We choose over here components. We are selecting this component, which is a shelf, and we choose over here the axis. That's like the direction of where the components, the new components, should be created. I'm going to choose this edge over here. So as soon as you hit or you click on an axis, you will have these other options. I will put over here on the distribution and the spacing option, and on the quantity I will have over here shelf wire quantity, which is this parameter. The distance is going to be the distance between shelves. Click OK, and this one, axis 2, we are just going to set this to 1. So now we have the other shelf that we need. I'm going to hit OK over here, and as you can see, I have the same space. Let me make a quick test over here. I'm going to select this face and this face, and I have 13.55 inches. Let me go to the upper side, restart selection, click over here, from this face to this face, 13.55 inches. So that's just fine. That's all we need. Okay, I'm going to show you something else that we need to create. That is that feature over here that we have. Let me hide this. We have this data over here. We need that we need that for the other shelves. As you can see, we don't have that over here, neither in those on the upper side. So we need to create that. Let me show the shelves again. I'm going to hide all of them with this hiding this. I'm going to hide this assembly component shelves, and I'm just going to select over here the rectangular pattern again, and this time we are selecting this one, we need to select this. Let me activate the case cabinet component, and let me activate the regular rectangular pattern again, and I need to select on this form that we have over here on the right, features, and the features I'm going to select is this one, this data. So we have that already. The axis is going to be this line, and it's going to be spacing, and let me put over here shelves quantity as a parameter, and the distance is going to be distance between shelves, another parameter, just like we created the one for the shelves. I put one over here, and the other options I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to click over here on OK. Now we have another the other data that we will be needing for the shelves. So let me show the shelves now. And as you can see, we have the placement just right for those data. As you can see, these shelves goes right into the left side panel, and everything is correct. If you can look on the bottom, it is the same thing. You have all your data where they need to be, but we are missing the ones on the right side, the one on this vertical partition. So let's go ahead and do the first one, and we will repeat a rectangular pattern to create the other ones.